All right. Wonderful anchoring. Uh, Thanks, Dr. Pathak, for having me here today. Uh, it's challenging after Komolika to say anything. I think most of the facets are covered. I'll sound like sharing the summaries of what she said. But I think it's good to know something which is important twice. I also would like to share this beautiful coincidence that I'm here today. I belong to Northeast. So my ears were more sharp when I came to know about that story. I've been to ICFA University twice, Tripura. So I completely resonate with that thought that that part of India might need more attention in the coming times. So can't thank enough for having me here today. I come from corporate way back in college. There is sudden change of the way things get discussed in corporate vis-a-vis in the college or the student's life. It's a monologue. Someone is speaking and everyone is listening. But I think Komolika will agree with me. In corporate, we all talk and find out the best of the solutions. So I think on that note, let me try it out a bit here. Raise of hands and also if you want to speak something about it. My first question to the entire audience here, how many of you think you know the future? Guesses will do. How many of you think you know the future? All right. Prudent, you're thinking. How many of you think that you're future ready? No one? How is it going to help us in terms of hiring then, Komolika? All right, so it's an easy one now. How many of you think this session might, one person might add value to understand what's in store in future? Good. We are connected. This is how you check actually Bluetooth is connected or not. Great. You can also ask me the same questions. Who are you actually? How do you represent future? Why do you talk about future? So that's also a relevant question. Let me take it from you and let me answer it. I would like to believe I'm working with a company which is future-centric, electric vehicle, like my friend Komolika, renewable energy, electric vehicle. These are the future things we would all understand in future. It's very relevant. It is not just a transport or automobile we're talking. This is a phenomena. So luckily I'm part of it, and that's how I'm taking this audacious privilege of talking about future. Otherwise I'm like you, I don't know what is in store in future. But let's together we find it out what is in future actually. I work with this company Motovolt Mobility. They are into electric vehicle manufacturing since last 6 years in your own favorite city of joy, Kolkata. We are hidden actually. We are not visible that much, so that's why I'll not be surprised that many of you have not known that name. We are popular actually with segments called last mile delivery. The popular brand to connect with is Blinkit. Nowadays, how is it happening in your life? How many of you are going? You are not even going. Ask your parents, are they going to the market now? So that's how the life shifted before you could realize. So we are manufacturing vehicles for prima facie last mile delivery, followed by the lifestyle all across elderly or fitness freak or come tomorrow the students, all are RTG. And that's how we are starting slowly, gradually. We started from East India. We are number one East India two-wheeler manufacturer. Gradually we are capturing markets across South, West and North India. But the topic was about future skills. So any guesses what's the future is actually what we are living today? Like you raised your hand for Blinkit, right? So what is this actually? What is the concept? What is the concept? How it became business? What was the problem statement? We don't have? Because I think, I would like to believe time is costlier than money itself. So now every business is now running to solve the problem of how to save your time, followed by convenience, followed by cost effective, all the other things are there. And I think, so you now know a word called, I think, enough said, AI. It was not even there during COVID, was it there? So Blinkit, AI, Netflix live. Did we face all of this live before COVID? Let's say 6 years before. Something happened, I remember, when Ola came. So all those from Kolkata can resonate with me that yellow taxi calling and they are saying, "Main to nahi jaunga." Then it transitioned to that phase when you are sitting in your desk, in your comfort AC room and you are clicking and you are getting the cab right in front of you and he is waiting for you actually. That's how things got changed. So in every phase we are experiencing change for future, saving time, digital revolution, and then eventually if you have understood the world of YouTube, Instagram, all of that, it's all about what? Collaboration. People are not now getting bored out of physical connect and now trying to go into a digital connect. And YouTube is mind-boggling. You get to learn anything about anything just sitting in your drawing room. You click, you get to know what is happening in the Egypt, that mummy's life and everything. You just think of it, you just search it, you get to know it. So the other day one of my good friends was asking me actually how the school life is going to get changed. And this is a good brainstorming. We can't predict it, but we can only guess. So earlier it was like used to have classrooms, all lectures, all teaching sessions, and then eventually your exams. And what was the purpose of those exams? To check whether you have learnt it or not. As simple as it sounds. Then it got graduated into score sheet, grade A, grade B. People wanted to, have a easy life so that we can grade and then we can find out who is right, who is not right and all that kind of thing. But the basic purpose was whether to check someone has learned something or not. Right? Imagine this, now you have a tool, Google, you have ChatGPT, you have YouTube, and you have the most important factor for future life is curiosity. I think you would not need an exam. You might not know 100 things in the classroom, but still you'll survive. Because at least now you know the topic. Now my friend Komalika highlighted the very basic tenet. It's not about knowing something, but how to apply it in practice. That's what I think you would get to know about something called a skill building. We've been talking about skill building now. So one of the questions I love to ask, this is a cheat code for you, is like, you know Excel? Yes. Tell me the feature you have used in Excel. Sir, I've done basic Excel. The answer is moving somewhere other side. Alright, tell me one thing you know. Sir, I know how to filter. Show me. Sir, I forgot, actually I did it 6 months back. So what we're trying to assess is the skill level. Because once when you join corporate, the first thing you got to do is to apply whatever you are learning, and then there are tools to apply. You can't just listen and be there, you have to do something about it. So tools, nowadays even we are asking, we are not sponsors of ChatGPT, but we are asking, do you know ChatGPT? When was the last time you used? And then I understand there are nuances, side effects of having AI and ChatGPT, but I think the very reason any business is existent because to run a business efficiently, and that particular tool is saving time, period. So the point is time getting saved in various means, technology ruling the roost now in every phases of our life, everything has got an app. And then we are globally connected. So you be here, you want to know about space, open up an Nat Geo documentary and you get to know that. So it is just your curiosity. So this is, I think, a subtle way of defining future. So if that is future, what is that skill you need to survive that future? So I think many of the things have been already been told, but this particular thing called AI is undermined. We are all exploring. We don't know what is the end of it. Even ChatGPT owner was telling the other day in TED Talks that I have fired my safety and security team because they don't know what is the limit. They don't know what AI can do tomorrow. And then he ended up saying that together we'll figure it out, what is that security challenge which we might face. So it's not hunky-dory. There is always a question mark to any new things happening around the world. But I think what I understand is this is the future, this is going to stay. I was also working with telecom for some time. I remember those days of telecom wherein this race, all this telecom tower race was very, creating that phobia in everyone that will have infrared, and then a very cancerous kind of situation might happen. But we could not ignore it. It's still there. Now telecom is part of your daily life in every part of things. So there are side effects, even if the medicine you are popping, but you have to pop it for that time being. So I think AI is one of the very important digital skills. It is not dependent on one individual category of people to implement. It is for everyone. Everyone will come into the fray of it. So if you have not experienced it, go ahead and experience it. I think the world is kind that way, that they have given it for free to try it out. So all you need an email address, you just try it out, and you'll get to see the life would be a little bit simpler. One element is curiosity. Next is lot of analytical skill set is required to drive a certain decision making. There are tools like Power BI. Then we have Excel in different version with Visual Basic, macros. All of these are going to help complex decision making easy. You get to see the data, you understand the insight, and you can quickly decide for yourself because you are again saving time. Everything is about time. So that takes care of your digital and data skill. While that's being there, there is a element of risk that you will lose the human touch. Then there comes the emotional intelligence part. So do a quick test. How many of you know your batchmate's birthday? Example. How many of you know everyone's some specialities? So I think in corporate, I'll come to that. In corporate, I think we've been taught that we need to know strengths and areas of improvement for each of my team members, so that I can get the best use of that skill, what he or she is, more strong in terms of delivering certain things. So we try and look into that sort of aspect. So eventually the emotional intelligence part is going to be very important, because otherwise it will be a very dry digital world. We don't want to live in that world. It's very mind-boggling when someone was telling me the other day that we don't, though we are chatting in Facebook and WhatsApp and all that, but deeming that there is a person whom I'm talking to. And it will be interesting to see that tomorrow there is a robot who will be talking to you. Would you enjoy it or not? This is something we need to discover. But I think nowadays, even if you are using the platform to talk to someone, but you are relishing the fact that there is an individual human being talking from the other side. As simple as it sounds. So human quotient is very, very important here. One of the important thing, I think, I don't know, maybe parenting got to do something about it, is about collaboration. We get to see a lot of it in colleges with lots of team events and things are happening. But I think it has got to start during our parenting days, that they have to really push everyone to talk and work, and even if you are not a batsman, everyone wants to be a batsman. I remember the school days thing. Even if you are a bowler or a goalkeeper, you are still playing a part in that team. You need to enjoy collaboration. This is definitely one of the important future skill set, I think. I was telling you analytical bent of mind. How many of you have seen ChatGPT? I don't know, but it's a very important skill set is prompt engineering. So you got to write, like for first timers ChatGPT, I must tell you that when you Google something, you got to write, and then it gives you the search results. So in ChatGPT, you got to ask that question. And normally you tend to ask to what level? Whatever coming to your mind. So you can go till any depth of level of curiosity to ask that question, and you'll be amazed and wondered. And that demands, again, repeating curiosity and analytical skills. If you start analyzing things, you will have a lot of questions keep coming in. Why is it that way? Why is it not that way? So eventually you have someone in the form of ChatGPT to answer your questions, and I think you would be skillful in terms of knowing about life per se. If life is a subject, you have to know it better than anything else. You can be master in something, but I think you need to be at least jack of that life. Is the basic tenet. And I think the last one, I think I remember in my college days, MBA college days, was like, we've been told this full day is holiday for you. You go and see what are these owners of the shops are doing actually. You just got to observe. And how the franchisee got opened. I never knew that what is that franchisee actually that time. So then that was the time we kind of checked the something called as entrepreneurial skills. It took me some time to pronounce it. So important in terms of understanding that. So this, how many of you are from business family background? They would understand readily. But most of us are not. Unless you feel like a owner of your life, your family, your task, your job, that mindset is different. If you own it, I was telling other day to one of my colleagues, in job, one of the common problems, Komolika can echo with me, there is like, it's not my job, someone did that mistake. We all love to say that. I think in life, that this is what we've been taught. I was telling you, if it is, you are in a bedroom, someone is cooking in the kitchen, you got fire out of it, will you start thinking like, eventually this fire will not catch you? So you got to understand that this entrepreneurial skills is also about thinking I am owner of everything. Even if it is not my area, can I contribute? It's just a mindset. So for future ready talents, future ready leaders, I think you have to be curious. You have to be, the person who would love to show a lot of energy, a lot of initiative-taking spirit. I think most of us are going to like it. This is what I'd like to believe, yeah. So this statement, this line, I think we have heard it a couple of times. AI won't replace humans, but anyone? Humans using AI. So it is not about, actually people have scared about that fact that the jobs are going. We had a very wonderful good session in other colleges. So between panels, someone was telling like, learn AI, otherwise you'll lose job. I said no, I think you got to transcend to a different level, and there are new jobs are creating as well. So there are 5 skill set required, 5 years back. Now there are new 5 things required. So you got to change your gears to the new thing. No jobs going to get replaced. I think if you don't know anything, for any way it is going to get waste. This is how it is. It is nothing got to do with AI or ChatGPT out of it. So I think one of the best quote I have noted, this is not my quote, but I really like that quote. Learn the tool, but stay human. You need to know all these are tools for you to perform, to do certain act. These are all enablers. These are all your gadgets to do something. But then in the end, we are human beings. We need to be having that human quotient with us all the time. Simple question, and anyone can volunteer to answer. How do you learn these skills? I'll take a pause if anyone would like to attempt to that. Not a very difficult question. By practicing, okay? How? Everyone is actually looking towards that question. How do you practice? Trial and error method. How? In your home? In your workplace? In your college? How?
Implementing it to the daily life.
Sorry?
Implementing it to the daily life.
Implementing in daily life. Like an example? Any example? I have got a list of 4 or 5 things which will help you to build these skills. And I'm sure by the time I'll say this, you would say that I know this. So, but anyways, common sense is not so common, so that's why. How do you think would you build these skills? Any guess? Common sense is the biggest tip I have given. Alright, no guesses. Very simple, online courses. You are having a lot of courses now, and you don't need to sign up with certain fees or something. There are a lot of free courses are available in the market. You know that? And I think YouTube has got open platforms wherein a lot of people are teaching a lot of things over there. To start with MS Excel, Chat GPT, AI. So it's just a click of mouse, you get to learn those skills. Second, I think as a part of your curriculum, you got to do a lot of projects, right? I give a lot of due importance to that project. I was telling the other time that project is very undervalued. Internship is very undervalued. You think this internship, I got to complete it to score something for my CGPA. It's a very different way of looking at things. What we look at is, what is your observation during those 2-3 months spent in corporate? What did you analyze? It could be lame, it could be silly, but we really want to hire the person really new. It's very difficult, by the way, for HR's life in 15-20 minutes to assess one individual who is right and who is not right. Especially when the experience is not there. You see only the same sort of CVs keep coming. So the one which is differentiating factor is, what did you see during your project days? Whatever you have seen, that helps me understand the character, the person in you. So project internships are very, very important according to me. You will get to learn a lot of skills. So they say like practical skills are very, very important. I strongly believe there are 5 senses. Unless you touch something, hear something, listen to it, it won't get edged. So normally classrooms are touching 1 or 2 senses. But try and see at work, in your practical world, you get to touch things, do things, you will stumble upon, but that is the best form of learning, I think. Networking. Any idea how it happens?
Communication.
So, you are studying, right? So, even we will be doing certain courses in our leadership journeys and all that. And one of the important parameters of selecting those courses was like, who would be my batchmates? Surprised? So, yes, that's true. So I'll be signing up for a course, let's say not in India, outside, where I get to see that the various people from various countries are coming together, sharing their experiences, networking is happening. That is going to be my main center point of highlighting the learning. Not that brand Harvard or something like that. So this is a different school of thought. We are all changing, getting up to it. You are with your future leaders actually. All of your batchmates should be joining somewhere and they'll grow up the career. So this is your best form of networking you should do. Trust me, you need them in your next 20 to 25 years. I'll not be surprised in coming and telling me that I don't need anyone out there. So eventually networking is very, very important. You need to know people around you. And this college or the student life has given you that opportunity, at least right now with your batchmates being there. But otherwise, you know of Facebook? No, I am not saying that. I'm talking about something called as LinkedIn, which is more corporate version of Facebook, which has got more relevant people with right skill set being there. Try and connect with them. I often get a lot of internships and project requests directly from the LinkedIn. And that possibly, something which I look forward to, because of course your parents will help you to grow, your teachers will help you to grow, but what about you yourself? How much you are putting yourself to learn, to reach out, good things, new things and all that. That character is very, very important. So I like that initiative taking spirit of everyone. So I think I'm glad that a lot of students got placed in Motorworld internship just because of they reach out, and then that's how we close a lot of internships. I think one of the important ways of learning is knowing that self-learning is very, very important. Come what may, college, students' life, everything else will put together, but I think self-learning, if you love to learn, you will be the one who is ranking up the other batchmates. Because self-learning is missing nowadays. I call upon asking during interviews, what is your favorite hobby? And the number one answer is reading books. Which is the last book you read? All fictions. I have nothing against fictions. Fictions are also good because that helps you understand the human quotient and how human interacts with each other. But there are more and more skill set to learn, I think. Lot of skill set to learn. So reading books or watching YouTube video, whatever makes you easy to learn. Self-learning is very, very important. And nowadays you'll get to know there is a word in corporate called continuous learning. I think we have heard it here in the dais today. So learning won't finish. As you see now, things getting changed. AI was not there, AI has come. A lot of things got changed. So continuous learning is the way of life. And if you don't like to learn, you don't like to see new things, you might have a boring life, you might enjoy that, but then people will also not enjoy with you. So you need to, in our life, in our corporate, 20 years spent in corporate, I'm still learning. At times my reporting manager, my boss, who's the owner of the company, he will come and say to me, enough of HR, now come to the business. And I'm all game. I come like very young first timers. I have not dealt with business so far. I've dealt with human issues. But I'm equally hungry to learn. I think we all should look forward to all these opportunities whenever it comes. You would not have all learnings on a organic way. There will be a lot of learning keeps happening here and there. Whatever makes you happy, I think go ahead and learn it. Eventually, that's why I'm trying German. It's not easy cup of tea. No one try this one. Those who have tried it, hats off to them. I keep on experimenting with certain things, and that keeps me happy. One of the important things, I think it's for you right now, you're ready or not, I don't know, but what we do, I think we keep reflecting on certain things. So this experience, once it's done, I'll start reflecting on it. What went right? What could be, we could have done better. So reflection learning is one of the ways of learning. You talk to someone. You don't just look at things. It's not like in movie, right? At times movie also hit you, right, with the scene. You start thinking about it. What happened? What was that thing? So reflection is a very basic way of learning, but it is often not done. We keep on hogging a lot of things, so we don't understand what is happening around us. Take a pause at times, close your eyes, reflect for the entire day what has happened. I think you will come wiser the next day. Alright, so that's about my today's take for my session on helping you to build certain future skill set. I hope I could give you 1% of your better of you. So we'll see you in the real world outside. You are more ready. You will now raise your hand saying like, I'm future ready. And I can at least guess what the future could look like. Thank you very much.